Hello, this is Bill, the knee pain guru, and today we are going to talk about when to use heat or cold for your knee pain. This is a part of the RICE therapy protocol that doctors and physical therapists will point to. That, of course, RICE therapy stands for rest, ice, compression, and elevation. So the I would be the ice part, or the cold. So many times you'll hear, well, you need to use ice or heat on the knee. And when working with clients, this is going to change based on how your knee feels, how long you've had the injury, what's going on with your knee. Now, before I start explaining something specifically about what's going on with the knee, as far as whether to use heat or cold, let's zoom out to like a 30,000 or a bird's eye view, 30,000 foot view or bird's eye view to see, well, why are the doctors and physical therapists saying to use heat or cold? The idea is when you injure the knee, it swells up. This swelling is there to help heal the knee. And what ends up happening is this fluid can get stuck in the knee. It doesn't drain, so the swelling becomes chronic. The swelling doesn't go down, and it stays there for a period of time. And the idea with using heat and cold is that the heat constricts, so it kind of squeezes what's going on in the joint, so it moves that fluid through and out. And then when we put heat on it, the knee would expand or swell a little bit as a result of the heat to kind of create a pumping action in the knee joint, so it flushes this fluid out so it doesn't get stagnant in the knee and then cause other problems down the road. This is great and good and has its time and place. However, if we run into a situation or scenario where the pattern that is causing the knee to swell, the fluid not to move through the knee, is because of the nervous system's response to the pain that the knee is feeling, then all we're doing is having that artificial or that pump take place through the heat and the cold. So the cold would constrict it, move the fluid through it. The heat would expand the knee, and then blood, oxygen, things like that can absorb in the knee. Here is the challenge with that. Sometimes you can put cold on the knee and it causes more pain. Sometimes you can put heat on the knee and it can cause more pain. And if our goal is to get the knee out of pain and promote the healing, when working with clients, what I suggest or what I point to is if they would just take a moment and imagine what it would feel like to put heat or cold on the knee. You already know there's this part of your knowledge, or there's part of this intuition, or knowing your body will actually know which is going to make the knee feel better, heat or cold. That's what I point to in terms of when I get that question working with clients. You can use this for yourself as well. Imagine what it would feel like if I put cold on the knee. Would it feel better or worse? No, it doesn't feel so great. Well, then I put heat on it. Try that out. And then what ends up happening is you begin to trust what your body is telling you. You begin to get a sense of what your body needs in terms of what it needs to heal. Now, in the context of that tension pattern that is going on within the knee, which is a normal, natural response to pain, the body tenses up to protect itself. Just happens as a result of experiencing pain. What we can begin doing is looking at the body, looking at the knee on a deeper level, which is tapping into the response that the body has. When it feels pain, usually what happens is it doesn't feel safe, supported, or listened to. Just what happens because of stress, tension, injuries, accidents, traumas, surgeries, pain. The body tenses up. So now we can begin to tap into the reflexes that are the innate part of the nervous system to begin to move the body from a fight or flight state when it's in pain to a rested and relaxed state, which is when it gets out of pain, by creating comfort and getting the pressure off of the nerves in the knee. And I find this provides a tremendous, it reduces the recovery time that the body takes in order to heal itself. Welcome to those that are joining me. If you have questions about your knees, please type them in the section and I'll be happy to answer those. But the idea is creating comfort by working with the intrinsic movement of the joint, getting the pressure off of the nerves, and when we create comfort, the body relaxes, lets down, feels comfortable. And when it feels comfortable, the joint relaxes. And as a result of the joint relaxing, now that fluid that is building up in the knee joint has the space to begin to drain out on its own. This reduces the recovery time, reduces the amount of pain you feel in a very short period of time. And then by beginning to repeat this process on a regular basis throughout the day, multiple times per day, and telling the nervous system it could back off. It doesn't have to handle this. It doesn't have to deal with this. The body heals very, very quickly. Welcome to those who are joining me. If you have questions about, hey, Eddie, if you have questions, please type those in. Type those in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer them about what you're dealing with your knee. I'm doing these videos on a daily basis on this Facebook page. So if you would like to like and subscribe to the channel, to the Facebook page, you'll get notification of these videos. If you have questions, feel free to ask during those videos, and I will answer those on the call. Also, share it with your friends. You know, people who are limping around. You can spot them a mile away. They look old, they don't move well, and they're having lots of problems. And that's what knee pain does. It makes people feel older than they need to feel. Well, that's what I have to share for the day. For today, we're at about 8 minutes. This is going to be on Facebook as well as on YouTube. Like and share. So can you practically show how to relax the knee to get instant relief? Yes. Head over to my website, thekneepainguru.com. I have a 7-day knee pain reduction challenge that will give you steps to start taking, where you can work with a specific rotational direction in your knee to get the pressure off of the nerves and start getting relief in a very short period of time. That's thekneepainguru.com. thekneepainguru.com, and that will, yeah, there we go. And there is that puts you into my system where you can get that. It's a video, and then I have 7 days worth of trainings, follow-up emails that will show you how to look at the one pain pattern interrupt that I'm giving you differently, and how to notice these subtle cues and nuances and distinctions as to how to find your way out of knee pain. So thank you, Rabia, for asking me that question, and for those that will be watching the replay of this video. Okay, someone has an angry face. Okay, great. Any other questions, please ask them. Other than that, I thank you for being here. This is Bill Paravano, the Knee Pain Guru, going to wrap it up for today since I don't see any more questions. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful rest of the week.